Welcome to Fallopian Files, a visual podcast about all things woman for all womankind. I'm your host, Christian C. I'm so excited that you're here with me today, going through this process as I'm starting this podcast. It has been 10 years in the making of finally getting to this point, so I'm really excited to share this project and this journey with you all. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name, like I said, is Christian C. I am a registered nurse who works in New York City. I'm originally from Indiana, so I did my undergrad at Indiana University and my nursing degree at Marian University, both in Indiana, so a true Hoosier at heart. And recently moved to New York. Well, not that recent, actually. It's been roughly about 8 years now that I've been in New York, living and working in various hospital settings. My background is in critical care. So I have worked mostly in ICUs and emergency rooms in different hospitals throughout the city, in New Jersey and New York, and also have recently transitioned to more women's health, specifically related to women veterans and the care that they need after serving and giving so much to the country. So, my journey through my career has taken me through various different places and experiences. I've met so many different types of people, so many different types of patients, families, and heard their stories. And in particular, when thinking about women, those who identify as women or those who were assigned sex female at birth, there's so much about our health and our wellness that just is not available or readily available for us to find. I've definitely noticed that we've had so many more information being taken from places that you could normally look for search for information. So much has been removed, and it's hard to find true, honest, and scientifically backed information these days. So I'm hoping that Fallopian Files will be a good place where you can come have a good conversation about different topics that vary widely, from anything like beauty, wellness, aging, all the way through to fertility, and things like sexual health, sexual wellness as well. So we're going to cover a wide range of topics. We're also going to have some guests who are professionals and experts in their fields to be able to give some validity and truth to our opinions as we're discussing these different topics. So I just want to kind of go over a little bit of what you can expect and what types of conversations we might be having. So, for example, I want to share with you all that I am going through a fertility journey myself. I'm 41 years old. I am single. I don't have any children, and I'm not married. So, it's interesting that when talking to medical professionals or even talking to other women who have been going through fertility journey themselves, most of them have been married themselves or they had previous children. So it was really difficult to find someone in my type of circumstance to get their information and feedback on what they're going through, what you can expect, and just kind of what are the resources and the topics and the community that I could find for this type of journey. And it has been very difficult trying to find that type of information. So I figure it's best for me to share my journey so that others who are going through a similar journey have another place to find information. So we definitely are going to talk about fertility very heavy on the show. We'll have a separate series within a series that we're going to call the F word. It'll be very easy for you to find in the different shows. We're going to set up a playlist so that if you want to come in and just listen to those topics related to fertility, you'll be able to easily find it. But I'm going to share with you my journey, take you along as I go through some of my different appointments, show you the different medications and how I'll be using them, and then also having conversations with a reproductive endocrinologist, a gynecologist, a clinical pharmacist practitioner. So these are the different types of guests that we will be having and bringing in so they can give professional information that you can use to take to your doctor to have conversations about what you're going through and maybe give a little more insight onto the journey as well if you're thinking about starting and haven't started yet. So that's one topic that we definitely are going to dive deep into with fertility. One of the other topics that we're going to be discussing is aging and beauty. There's definitely lots and lots of different beauty channels that you can find, but I find that it's confusing. Everyone seems to be doing the same things, and it's hard to determine, is this something that I should be doing now? Is this something I should be looking into for later? When do you start? What do you start with? Topicals, injectables, all these different types of things that are really prevalent when we're looking at YouTube or on internet, TikTok and Instagram. I feel like you find everything that everyone's doing, but there's no good information as to why or when or how you should be starting. So definitely going to be having some conversations with a PA who does own her own aesthetics company, and she's going to be discussing with us about aging and what products are recommended depending on where you are in your stage of life and things of that nature. So looking forward to conversations like that. And then also we'll be having some conversations with a pelvic floor physical therapist so that we can have good conversations about sexual health, sexual well-being, how to make sure that you are healthy with your pelvic floor, because that's going to impact your not only your sex drive and your sex life, but if anyone, I know myself, if anyone has ever had to run to the bathroom really fast because you were like, oh, I instantly have to use the restroom. It's not like I knew it was coming, it's just coming. That all has to do with your pelvic floor and your pelvic floor health. So definitely looking forward to that conversation to get some good insight, some tricks and tips on how to continue to stay healthy with your pelvic floor and how that can increase your sexual wellness as well. So those are just some of the topics that we're thinking about discussing and having guests who will be coming and discussing with us. So as you go through and you join us week to week, with these different topics, please continue the conversation and the discussion in the comments below, whether it be on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube. Just please continue the conversation. Let's build a community. Let's grow together and really build up a depth of information and knowledge that can be shared, so that you can always tell someone, you know what, I think I heard about that on Fallopian Files. So